Hello, Cotton Branch family. Hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday. We are going to be doing something a little special. We are going to show a video from an amazing YouTuber, Rainbow Plant Life. And it's Taco Tuesday, so we figured we would show how to make tacos, plant-based tacos. And so people are wondering, why are we talking about plant-based tacos? We are a vegan, plant-based organization that encourages compassionate choices in our everyday lives. And so that includes what we eat. And so they do a wonderful job kind of going through this recipe, and we really hope you enjoy it. Before we jump into it, though, I want to remind people that we always need volunteers every single day of the week. This is from our last volunteer day. We have group volunteer days once a month, but we always need volunteers every single day of the week. And we would love for you guys to come help out, help the animals, and make sure all of their needs are taken care of. Hey, Beverly. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And also, one more thing, we do have a tour coming up August 28th at 11 a.m. You can definitely check out that in the link in the description. And you can just definitely come out. We'll have a tour. Our team will be here kind of showing everyone around and telling everybody the stories of our residents, how they got here, and why sanctuaries across the country are so important in America. So, but without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started with Rainbow Plant Life. Enjoy.
Today I'm going to show you 3 incredibly flavorful, fun vegan taco recipes, starting with these double-wrapped black bean and corn salad tacos. We're going to start off by making the corn salad, and the first thing you want to do is thinly slice a red onion. I'm using about half of a small to medium onion and then squeezing a few tablespoons of fresh lime juice on top of them. I'm also slicing up 1 jalapeno pepper into rounds. I keep the seeds in because I love spicy food. To the sliced red onions and jalapenos, I'm also going to add some extra virgin olive oil. This little marination's not a word. This marinade situation is going to soften up the onion texture-wise, as well as mellow out its flavor, so it's not as pungent and sharp. And it needs about 20 minutes, but you can marinate it for up to an hour. And I'm also going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And in the meantime, we'll get started on the corn. We'll be using 4 ears of corn today. Start off by removing the husk and the silky threads. I also lightly scrub them in water or use a vegetable brush to remove all the silk. Then I place a small bowl inside a larger bowl and rest the flat end of the corn cob on top of the small bowl and use a paring knife to shave off the corn kernels. Having the bowl there makes it a lot less messy than doing it on a cutting board. Now that we've shaved all the corn kernels. Now that we've shaved all of the corn kernels, I'm gonna char half of them on the stove. We're gonna leave half of them raw, so you're gonna have an interesting textural and taste combination. So let's head on over to the stove. I have a bit of olive oil heating up in a cast iron skillet over medium-high heat, and I'm adding half of the corn kernels, so about 2 ears of corn. Cook for 3 to 5 minutes, tossing just once or twice so that the corn can get charred and nicely browned. Transfer the charred corn to the bowl with raw corn, and then slice some cherry tomatoes into halves or quarters. Add the tomatoes to the bowl with the corn and mix in the marinated onions and jalapenos. Toss everything together, it'll smell really good, and then of course season to taste with salt and pepper. This corn salad is so good, even on its own. Could have this with any kind of protein for the summer. It's really flavorful, really fresh. And now we're gonna make our cilantro crema. Add some water to a blender along with hemp seeds, which will bring the creaminess, freshly squeezed lime juice, fresh cilantro leaves, ground cumin, a few roughly chopped garlic cloves, a roughly chopped jalapeno pepper, sea salt, freshly cracked black pepper to taste, nutritional yeast for a slight cheesy flavor, and a bit of extra virgin olive oil for a little richness, though it is optional. Blend everything to combine, scraping down the sides as needed, and continue blending until it's smooth and creamy. Pour the crema into a glass jar, and it'll stay good in the fridge for at least 5 days. As I mentioned, these are going to be double wrapped tacos. So we've got 2 types of taco shells. We've got hard shell tacos. These are blue corn tortilla shells, and soft tacos or corn tortillas. We're going to do them like this. It's gonna be really fun because tacos should be fun, so let me show you how to do it. You'll need some refried beans for this recipe, and to keep things simple, I'm using canned refried black beans and squeezing in some fresh lime juice to add extra flavor. I also have a homemade refried bean recipe that you can find in the PDF that's linked below. Then we'll heat up our tortillas. These are soft corn tortillas. I microwave them together in a damp paper towel for 20 to 25 seconds, and this makes them a lot more pliable and easy to use. Spread some of the refried beans directly onto each of the soft corn tortillas, then take a hard taco shell, place it in the center, and fold up both sides of the soft tortilla. Gently press the refried beans onto the hard taco shell, starting at the bottom and working your way up to the top. The refried beans act as a glue and should help hold the taco together. Then spoon some of the corn salad into each taco shell. I use a slotted spoon so that the extra juices from the corn salad don't get added, which can make these tacos soggy and not crispy. Finally, drizzle some of the cilantro crema on top, and you can serve extra crema on the side as a dip. It's time to taste test. I'm very excited about this. I love all the different textures in here. We've got the crunchiness from the hard taco shell, we've got creaminess from the refried beans and the cilantro crema, a little chewiness from the fresh corn, juiciness from the tomatoes. This next taco recipe is a crispy, spicy cauliflower taco. We're gonna batter and bake some cauliflower. It's gonna be crispy, sticky, sweet, spicy. We're gonna pair it with a cooling, crisp jicama carrot slaw. The combination is really wonderful. First things first, we'll cut our cauliflower into florets. I'm using a paring knife and I'm working around the bottom of the cauliflower to remove the leaves. But don't throw those leaves away because they are really delicious in a stir fry. Then I'm taking my knife around the core in a circular fashion. Eventually this will loosen the core enough so you can pull it off with your hands. Now it's really easy to pick off the florets, but most of them will be too big for our tacos. So I trim any of the tough stalks at the bottom and then take the knife and slice through the bottom of the stalk to get small florets. Slicing it this way ensures you get florets and not crumbly shaved cauliflower pieces. And I like keeping the florets small because it makes it easier to eat the tacos. Now we'll make the batter. We've got some flour, and to season, add salt and pepper, along with smoked paprika and onion powder. Pour in some plant-based milk. I'm using oat milk, but any milk will do, and then whisk to combine. Pour the batter over the florets, and I find the easiest way to ensure all of the florets are evenly coated is to use your hands to toss together. Then pour some panko breadcrumbs into a pie plate, and working in batches, dredge the cauliflower in the breadcrumbs until each piece is decently coated. Transfer the florets to a parchment paper-lined baking sheet, but don't overcrowd. You might need 2 baking sheets for this. Bake at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, and in the meantime, make the hot sauce mixture. I'm using 6 tablespoons of Cholula hot sauce, 3 tablespoons of vegan butter, and 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar, and mixing briefly until melted. Drizzle this over the baked cauliflower and toss to combine to ensure the florets are well coated in the sauce. Then return to the oven for another 10 minutes. While the cauliflower is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the jicama carrot slaw. Jicama is sometimes referred to as a Mexican turnip or Mexican potato. It doesn't taste like a potato though. It's more like a savory apple or pear. Really crisp and refreshing, great in summer. And then we'll mix it with some shredded carrots. It's gonna be really fresh and light and a great complement to the spicy, crispy cauliflower. To peel jicama, slice off any knobby ends so you have a flat surface. You'll notice that it's really easy to pull the peel off with your hands. So start peeling by using your knife in a downwards motion, then finish peeling with your hands. It's quite easy and actually very satisfying to do. Once the jicama is peeled, slice it into rounds. It is a bit tough to cut, so be sure to use a large, sharp knife. Then stack some slices on top of each other and chop them lengthwise into strips. Chop as thinly as you can, and then slice those strips in half so that they're in smaller pieces. We're also going to grate a few carrots, but if you prefer, you can buy pre-shredded carrots, and then dice up 1 jalapeno pepper. I keep the seeds in because I like my slaw with a little bit of background heat. To add some fresh herbaceous flavors that are perfect for summer, thinly slice a small handful of fresh mint leaves and finely chop up a handful of cilantro leaves. For a little bit of sweetness, finely chop up a few medjool dates, though if you don't have them, you could substitute with a splash of maple syrup or agave. And for the vinaigrette, we've got freshly squeezed lime juice mixed with extra virgin olive oil and seasoned with salt and lots of black pepper. Whisk the vinaigrette to combine, and then add the sliced jicama, jalapeno, fresh cilantro and mint, dates, and shredded carrots to a large serving bowl. Add the lime vinaigrette and toss to combine. Taste for seasonings, adding more lime juice or salt and pepper as needed. Now it's time to assemble the tacos. I've got corn tortillas here. You could char them on the stove ahead of time for extra flavor or use flour tortillas. Then add some of the crispy, sticky cauliflower and top with some of the jicama carrot slaw. These tacos are delicious as is, but to take them over the top, dollop some of that cilantro crema from the first recipe right on top. I really like this one. This is an insanely good taco. The cauliflower is sticky and crispy at the same time. It's spicy, so I hope you like spicy food, but it's still a little bit sweet, so it's nicely balanced. And the jicama, it's this nice crunch. It's crisp, it's refreshing. You get freshness from cilantro and mint, and with the cilantro crema on top, it's even better. Next, we're making vegan ceviche tacos. Ceviche is a Latin American dish made with raw fish marinated in citrus juices and chili peppers. It has its origins in Peru. We won't be using fish since the ceviche is vegan, but we'll start with our citrus marinade. We've got freshly squeezed orange juice as well as lime juice. The sweet tart combination works really well here. Also adding just a splash of extra virgin olive oil for some background richness. Then 2 ingredients that help mimic the taste of fish: dulse flakes, which is a type of seaweed and tastes very oceany, and miso paste, which brings those intense umami flavors. Whisk together until the miso is broken up into very small pieces or dissolves. For these ceviche tacos, obviously I'm not going to be using fish. Instead, I'm going to be using hearts of palm. They have a really surprisingly similar texture to raw fish. We're going to marinate it in some citrus juice and that dressing we just made, along with a few other ingredients, and have that breezy ocean flavor that you love about ceviche. But of course it's going to be vegan. We're going to serve the ceviche with some guacamole inside of hard shell tacos. If you don't have hard shell tacos or can't find them in the store, I'll show you how to do them at home. This is 1 can of hearts of palm, and all you need to do is drain them and then thinly slice into rounds. The texture is hearty, creamy, tender, and flaky, making it an excellent substitute for white fish. Since this is a ceviche salad, we're also adding some vegetables. First, an English cucumber, which I prefer since it's crisper and less watery than a regular cucumber. Slice the cucumber vertically into several pieces, then chop horizontally to get smaller pieces. Ceviche is traditionally marinated in chili peppers, so I'm going to dice up a jalapeno pepper or 2. You can use just 1 if you prefer it mild. A couple handfuls of cherry tomatoes that I'm slicing into quarters. A large handful of cilantro, which will infuse a lot of flavor and herbaceousness to the ceviche. To the hearts of palm, I'm adding a little bit of red onion I diced earlier, the tomatoes, some chickpeas to make the tacos a bit more satiating, along with the cucumbers, jalapenos, and cilantro. Pour the citrus marinade on top and toss to combine. Season with sea salt and black pepper to taste, then cover the ceviche and marinate in the fridge for at least an hour. Before serving the tacos, make the guacamole. You'll need 3 ripe avocados, mash them up lightly with a fork, and then add a few cloves of crushed garlic, the juice of 1 large lime, a chopped jalapeno pepper, a handful of finely chopped cilantro, kosher salt or sea salt to taste, as well as black pepper. Mash the guac up roughly and then you're good to go. Also, before serving, you'll make the hard taco shells unless you're using store-bought taco shells. Take a few corn tortillas and wrap them in a damp paper towel. Fold up the towel to seal and microwave the tortillas for 20 to 25 seconds to help soften. Then transfer the tortillas to a taco holder tray like this. Microwaving them helps make them pliable and not crack or split in half. Bake in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes until crispy and golden brown. Now it's time to assemble the tacos. Scoop a little bit of the ceviche salad into each taco shell. It can be helpful to use a slotted spoon if you feel like you're getting too much juice to prevent the tacos from getting soggy. And then dollop a generous amount of guacamole onto each taco. This ceviche tastes so much like fresh seafood, really lovely flavors in there from the citrus, but also that oceany taste from the dulse flakes, a lot of savory umami goodness from the miso paste. If you like seafood, you're gonna love these tacos. If you enjoyed this video and the taco recipes, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. I share new vegan recipes every single week. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hello everyone, hope y'all enjoyed that video. If you like what you saw, you can go to Rainbow Plant Life's YouTube by clicking on the link in the description. Go straight there, and she also has a lot of recipes that are like in PDF form. So you can actually follow along on that PDF, just definitely check that out. But we hope y'all enjoyed it. Excuse me. Wanted to just touch base on a couple more things. We have a merch month. It's basically called Amazing August Merch Month. And that is basically, we have 2 designs every week, and they're only available that week. And so the first design that we have is going to be our Louise mug. That's going to be on a coffee mug, and also our Team Teddy t-shirt. And that's available in unisex, also women's, and also kids. So you can go to the link in the description and check that out and see what we have available. So, but didn't want to make this video too long. We hope y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will talk to y'all soon. All right. Bye, y'all.